Right, so you've decided it's time to make your will, or at least to have a look at it. So I'd like to start by running through just some terminology, and believe me, I do want to keep it nice and simple. So you may own your own home, you may have some savings, you may have a life insurance policy. All of these, on the date that you pass, will make up what is known as your estate, and whatever else exists, of course. You'll have chosen your executors. These are the people who will distribute your estate to your intended, which are known as your beneficiaries, possibly your children and your grandchildren, and their instructions will be clearly written on your will. My best advice for any will is please make it clear, concise, and unambiguous. I'm often asked, look, I have a wife, I have 2 kids. What I want to happen is when I die, I want everything to pass to my wife, thereafter passed on to the children, and the same in reverse. This is what we know as standard will, basic will, perfectly adequate in many cases, but not always. Having gone to look at your will, you now ask these questions, which are the what ifs, and they're all pretty relevant. People often ask, what happens if my wife remarries after I'm gone? Can Mr. New get his hands on my hard-earned cash? Wouldn't like to think so. Can they really take the house off us if any of us goes into care? Surely not. We've worked hard to own this property. Can I make sure that my grandkids are sorted? Because if my son, whom I left my money to, gets divorced and she runs off with half the money, can I make sure that they aren't cut out? These are questions which come up often and need to be addressed. Besides, we really don't know when we're going to die, nor do we know how anyone is going to turn out. For example, would I like to add to a family's misery if someone of my intended beneficiaries developed an addiction? Probably not. What age do kids mature at these days? We really don't know. And this is many of the reasons why people put off making a will, because of the uncertainty of what is going to happen. And we understand that. However, with some forward planning and the use of trusts, all these questions and more can be addressed. If you think of a trust as very simply a protective wrapper, it is flexible, and that's the biggest question I'm asked, and I will cover that in future videos. It does protect your beneficiaries, and it stops your estate from being blown sideways.